of guys are wasting their time and they don't even realize how much pain it's creating in their lives. Now, in case you don't know who I am, I'm Neal. I made the transformation from being the unfit skinny kid to now having a lot more muscle. And I make videos like this so I can help other guys to transform their physiques way faster and to enjoy a higher quality of life. So a lot of guys, especially when we're younger, we just waste a lot of time doing these low value activities that bring no results in our real life. And we wonder why our life is shit. And it's just, even if we understand intellectually that doing these low value activities, bring us nothing in life, we still do them anyways. And I was in the same situation. I was really depressed. Mental health was shit. I just hated my life essentially. And instead of focusing on ways to improve my reality, I just looked for ways to escape. And, things essentially that I could do to distract myself from the reality that I was living. So I'd play a whole bunch of video games because in real life, I felt like I wasn't making any progress. But, when I played these video games, I could, feel like I was making progress and growing in some way because, level up, get stronger, become more powerful, increase my status, whatever. And social media, I'd be on social media a lot because my life was shit. But, I could kind of live vicariously through these other people because I'd see these other guys who had a whole bunch of muscle, a whole bunch of women, a whole bunch of money, all the things that a lot of guys want. And I could live vicariously through them. With drugs, instead of, being sober and having to think about, how much I hated my life, I could temporarily just take these drugs and, feel a little bit different, kind of distract myself. But the thing is, deep down intellectually, I knew that these things weren't actually helping me. I just knew that they were a distraction and essentially just keeping me from, just having the life that I wanted. And the sad part about this is that a lot of people are in the same situation. They know that these low value activities aren't contributing anything to their life in the long run, but they still do it because they just don't know any other way. The thing is, something that has helped me so much is just instead of focusing on ways to escape reality, instead focus on ways to improve your reality, improve yourself, and things just become so much better. On this channel, I talk a lot about fitness because that's one of the, vehicles that's helped me to, just improve the quality of my life a lot. Because, when I was younger, unfit skinny guy, people would poke fun at me a lot and I felt really insecure about my body. But that was one of the first things in my life that instead of looking for ways to escape it, instead I just faced it head on. I was like, you know what? I hate this part about my life. I hate being skinny. But instead of trying to find ways to escape it and distract myself from it, I just looked for ways to improve on it. So I started to do these workouts, started getting more muscle, and now I leveled up my confidence in that area essentially, and now I don't hate that area of my life. There's many other things that you can do, but essentially the parts of life that you hate about yourself, or the parts of life that you just hate, instead of trying to focus on okay, what are things that I can use to escape and distract myself from these things? Instead, look for ways to just make some tiny improvements. It can be the smallest improvements, but if you just keep improving these areas of your life, it's going to get to a point where, you don't hate it so much. And there's an infinite amount of ways that you can improve yourself. If you hate the way that your body is, you can start, doing more workouts, change your nutrition, improve your sleep, whatever. So I'm sure you've seen many examples of people online who have been, either excessively fat or excessively skinny, but then they've transformed their physiques and just created a body that is more ideal. You can do the exact same thing if you just put in the work and stop distracting yourself. If you hate your financial life, just learn from other people who have been in a terrible situation, but have gotten themselves out of it. Do the same things that they've done, and you can get similar results. Same thing in your relationships. If you hate the way that your relationships are, just find out a way, learn from other people, and find out a way that you can change that part of your life. Because the thing is, for any area of your life that you just absolutely hate, you can make a change in there if you just stop distracting yourself from the fact that you hate it and just look for ways to improve it. It's such a simple concept, but it just gets overlooked a lot. Because the thing that I don't want to happen to you is I don't want years to pass on and then you end up looking back and just think to yourself, man, this area of my life is still shit and I did nothing to improve it. I spent so much time, I kept playing video games, kept scrolling on social media, kept doing drugs to distract myself. But the area of my life that, I hated so much, it's the exact same, or maybe it's even worse. Please don't fall into that trap because, you see so many people, so many older people who just live such shitty quality of lives and you can tell, but I just don't want you to experience that same life, essentially. Literally, once you just focus more of your attention on improving yourself instead of trying to escape the fact that, you hate your reality or these areas of your reality, and instead just like look for ways to level up, things change a lot, because now it's gotten to the point where I don't even feel the urge to play video games. I don't feel the urge to endlessly scroll on social media or like take drugs or whatever, because like I'm actually happy with the reality that I have right now. Every single day I feel like I'm leveling up and making progress, so I don't even need to play video games on social media. I don't even feel the need to live vicariously through other people, because I genuinely enjoy the life that I have right now. Same thing with drugs. It's so weird because like a lot of people unfortunately just don't get to experience this, but like even when I'm sober, I just feel happy. Like I don't need to, smoke weed or like take all these other drugs just to like feel different. There's plenty of other ways that people escape reality. I just like listed the three main things that, I think might be most relatable and the things that I did. But I just want to be clear that I'm not villainizing you for doing these things. Like if you do take drugs, if you do, spend endless time scrolling on social media or playing video games, I'm not villainizing you. I just want you to be aware that if you stop doing these things and instead focus on the areas of life that are painful for you right now, but if you just like focus on them right now, start making some improvements in them, I guarantee you, if you keep doing that process consistently, you're not going to need like these instant gratification activities to like feel good about yourself. It gets to a point where you start to enjoy the life that you're actually living. And I want you to get to that point. I want you to live a higher quality of life, because I just see so many people just like who don't enjoy their life and just like are looking for ways to escape. And, I used to be in that situation, and I want you to experience what it's like to, not be in that situation. So if you want to take action on this, identify some habits, some ways that you're escaping reality. It can be a whole bunch of different things, but, some common examples could be playing video games, scrolling on social media endlessly, watching porn, binge watching your favorite shows, whatever it is. Cut all of that stuff out and just redirect your energy and focus on the areas of your life that you're just unsatisfied with. If you're unsatisfied with your body, for example, instead of like spending all that time leveling up in video games, find out a way to level up your physique. It's like a simple concept, but once you start doing it, like just like getting over that first hurdle of like actually doing it, and like you keep on doing it, you're going to create a loop and like a habit of like increasing and leveling up these areas of your life. Life just becomes a lot better. Another thing though is that it doesn't matter where you are right now. It doesn't matter if you're like at the lowest of the low, or if it just doesn't matter where you are right now. Just start right now. Stop procrastinating. Stop thinking about it. Just do something today, or, plan to do something tomorrow. Something, even if it's the smallest thing that you can do to improve these areas of your life. I want you to start making progress. I want you to start leveling up. I want you to live a higher quality of life. Stop escaping reality. Start improving yourself. Things will become a lot better. Remember, if you want things to change for the better, it starts with you. Peace out.